Hello, dear friends. I'm not going to talk today about the financial restart, but about my feelings. I will try to tell this story without getting too emotional, but it will be very difficult. When the humanitarian programs come, there will be some programs that we will also dedicate to helping our animal brothers and sisters. Open in peace. Pet Heaven, the Rainbow Bridge. The bonds of love are eternal. They accompany us in the afterlife. Saint Francis called them brothers. A pet's letter from heaven. For us, any house is a palace. Praise be to you, my Lord, in all your creatures. Let's start. So-called animals sometimes give us lessons of wisdom that touch our souls because they are often more civilized than we are. Cats and dogs are mammals like us, sentient beings that have emotions like us, that enjoy and suffer like us, creatures with souls like us, even though Western religions have told us that they have no souls. But the spiritual traditions of the East have always respected and venerated them greatly, starting in ancient Egypt and ending in present-day Thailand, where felines are sacred to Buddhist monks. The problem of animal suffering is in turn a response to the traditional problem of human suffering, because both animals and humans are sentient beings with souls that can experience emotions, happiness or suffering. A person who harms an animal or abandons it is a scoundrel, capable of doing the same to a human being because he has no heart. The killing of animals in any spiritual tradition is sacrilege because they are divine creatures, but there are some who practiced it in ancient times, and it is still practiced by Kali worshippers in India or by some santeros. Pets also help our mental health and happiness. They alleviate feelings of loneliness, ease depression, expand feelings of happiness, increase a sense of responsibility, strengthen self-esteem, and expand social life, as taking a dog for a walk is the perfect excuse to meet other people, but not forgetting to pick up the poo. I was shaking my head when I found out that in Australia they kill cats, in Ukraine they kill stray dogs, and in China they do all kinds of cruelty to animals. Slaughterhouses should not exist because they have a right to life. How can humankind rise as long as there are horrible slaughterhouses? Innocent beings condemned to death without having committed any crime. Canticle of the creatures. That is why Saint Francis called them brothers and treated them as such. Praise be to you, my Lord, in all your creatures, says an excerpt from Saint Francis of Assisi's Canticle of the Creatures. Animals, being part of creation, give glory to God by the mere fact of their existence. It is important to treat them with delicacy, to care for them and to love them. It is contrary to humankind's dignity to kill and slaughter them. Owning a pet is a responsibility that requires a lot of care and affection. Praise be to you, my Lord, in all your creatures, especially in Lord Brother Sun, through whom you give us the day and enlighten us. And it is beautiful and radiant, with great splendor. From you, Most High, it carries significance. Praise be to you, my Lord, for system moon and the stars. In the sky you formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praise be to you, my Lord, for brother wind and for the air, and the cloud and the serene sky and all weather. By all of them you give sustenance to your creatures. Praise be to you, my Lord, for brother fire, by which you light up the night, and it is beautiful and joyful and vigorous and strong. Praise be to you, my Lord, for our system Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us and produces various fruits with colorful flowers and herbs. My mistake. When I took out the rubbish at night, a stray kitten of domestic origin with a woolly Angora mix came to greet me, abandoned by someone without a soul, because he was very affectionate and used to human contact. I gave him food and water, but he was hungrier for affection than for food, and I showered him with kind words and caresses, to the point where he stole my hat. My mistake was to spend 3 nights without visiting him or caring for him. The past morning, I saw him wandering in the distance, in the countryside, like a soul in pain, because he was moving away from my housing estate. This caused me so much grief that I spent several hours crying, and I still carry the trauma with me. He left because I didn't take care of him, and I feel very sorry for him. I regret neglecting him. I felt guilty for abandoning him because I was overworked, and I didn't know how to apologize to this soul. The moral of this story is that love must be cultivated every day to avoid abandonment and desolation. I was not aware of how fond I had become of the child, of the creature. Last night I had to hide my feelings when I recorded the last video. Years ago, I went through a different trauma when a cat died of poisoning from an air freshener, of which I was unaware of its toxicity. I reported the air freshener to the health authorities, but they told me it was supposedly non-toxic. The grief I felt for that unintentional kittencide was unspeakable, and since then I try to compensate by helping other kittens. The Rainbow Bridge. Legend has it that there is a place between paradise and earth called the Rainbow Bridge, where pets go when they die. It is a heavenly place full of color, where there are meadows and hills, where they can run and play freely, enjoying the company of other animals that are also there. In this play, they have no need of anything, as they have food, water, and all the care they need to be well and happy. It is said that those animals or pets that lost their humans when they were still alive meet their humans halfway across the Rainbow Bridge, as they appear on the horizon and give them a big surprise and accompany them across the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, there are beautiful meadows and hills, all very sunny and calm, where they can run, play, and enjoy their innocence. There, they have plenty of food, water, and comfort, and never suffer any hardship. Recovery. All the animals that have been sick or were old recover their health in vigor again. Those who were wounded or maimed regain all that they have lost, including strength, as they were in times past and in their better days. Although they are happy, they know that something is missing, the presence of that special person they love so much and have to leave behind. Humankind, who passed away later, meet them again in heaven, where they have been waiting for them to arrive, to stay happily together. Suddenly, however, one of them stops looking at the horizon as he glimpses the figure of a person, his deceased former master. His whole body is attentive and shaking with emotion, and he runs off through the green grass to meet the one he has missed so much. There comes a moment when you and your four-legged friend can be reunited, feeling your hearts intertwine again, and finally cross the rainbow bridge together. Pets and animals that had a bad life or were ahead in life see themselves in complete health, fully healed and finally very happy in this fantastic heaven, where they share their joy with many other animals. On the other hand, those animals who did not have the privilege of enjoying the love of someone in life, who were mistreated, touched, stuffed, and who were never loved by humankind, are at the end of the bridge, unable to cross it, as they will not be able to meet any owner again. However, while they are running and playing, they see a person waiting on the road to the bridge, someone who never had the opportunity or the joy of loving and receiving the affection of a pet in life, or an individual who dedicated his life to the care of living beings in general. This being will heal all their wounds and accompany one of these abused animals to enter paradise and live in peace forever. Their souls will meet, erasing all traces of sadness and pain, creating a deep bond of friendship that will last for eternity. Those who cross the rainbow bridge together will never be separated again. A green meadow. The story tells of a lush green meadow just this side of heaven. It is before entering. The rainbow bridge is the name of both the meadow and the adjoining transport that connects it to heaven. According to the story, when a pet dies, it goes to the meadow, restored to perfect health and free of injury. The pet runs and plays all day with the others. There is always fresh food and water, and the sun always shines. However, it is said that while the pet is peaceful and happy, it also misses its owner whom it left on earth. When his or her owner dies, he or she also comes to the meadow, and it is then that the pet stops playing, turns, sniffs the air, and looks into the distance, where he or she sees his or her beloved owner. Excited, it runs as fast as it can, until owner and pet are united again. The pet licks his owner with joy, while the human looks into the sweet eyes of his pet, who might have been absent on earth, but never absent in his heart. Then, side by side, they cross the rainbow bridge to heaven together, never to be separated again. A pet's letter from heaven. Humankind, I see you are crying. You are sad because I'm gone, and I am happy because I met you. How many like me die every day without having met someone special? We animals sometimes spend a lot of time alone to our fate. We only know cold, thirst, danger, hunger. We see many faces every day that pass by without looking at us. And sometimes it is better that they don't even look at us before they realize we are there and mistreat us. Sometimes we are very lucky that among so many people an angel passes by and picks us up, and then everything changes. If necessary, they take us to other angels who know a lot and give us remedies to cure us. They choose a strange word that they pronounce every time they see us. Name, I think they call it. And then we feel special. We are no longer anonymous, and we know what the house is like. We don't have to be afraid anymore. For us, any house is a palace. We are no longer alone. I know you are sad to see me go, but I have to go now. I want to ask you not to blame yourself for anything. You did so much for me. Without you, I wouldn't have known all the beautiful things that I am taking with me today. You should know that we animals live the present intensely. Our life begins when we know love, the same love that you have given me, my wingless, two-legged angel. Please don't cry anymore. I go away happy. I take with me the memory of the name you gave me, the warmth of your home that during this time became mine. I take with me the sound of your voice talking to me, even though I didn't always understand what you were saying. I take my heart every caress you gave me. Everything you did for me was very valuable, and I thank you infinitely. I don't know how to tell you because I don't speak your language, but surely you have seen my gratitude in my eyes. I am going to ask you only 2 favors. Wash your face and start smiling. Remember the beautiful things we have lived together during this time. Remember the pranks I used to play to cheer you up. Relive like me all the good things of this shared time. And don't say that you won't adopt another animal because you have suffered so much with my departure. Without you, I wouldn't have lived as well as I did. Please don't do that. There are so many like me waiting for someone like you. Please give them what you have given me. They need it just like I needed it. Don't hold back the love you have to give for fear of suffering. Take my advice and treasure the good you share with each of us, recognizing that you are an angel to us animals, and that without people like you, our life would be more difficult than it sometimes is. Keep on with your noble task, and know it is my turn to be your angel. Tonight, when you look up at the sky and see a star twinkling, I want you to know it's me, winking at you, letting you know I arrived safely, saying that you for the love I'm saying thank you for the love you have given me. Excuse me for making you crying, but I cannot avoid. Thanks a lot, dear friends.